Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black.
What's up, all my movie loving maniacs? This your boy Bankful B, and welcome to the final video for the Black History Month movie review special, where I watch and review a piece of black cinema that I've either never seen before or have seen before. And I ended this special with a man that everyone loves to talk shit about, and that is Tyler Perry. And in honor of the 20th anniversary of Medea's Family Union, the movie, I decided to conclude this special with this movie. I watched the play verse first, just like I did last year with Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And so here I am doing it again with Medea's Family Union. So let's talk about the movie. Now, I will say right up front, it really was fun revisiting not just this movie, but watching the play, because it gave me a chance to really dissect both versions and compare both versions, because I do feel like the movie version of Medea's Family Union is definitely one of Tyler Perry's stories that has a lot of differences from the play compared to the movie. Like in the play version, Madea brings her family together for a funeral, a family reunion, and a wedding. But in the movie, it's just down to two things: a family reunion and a wedding. But of course, just like the play, family secrets are revealed, some revelations are made, and Madea still brings the hilarity. Now, this movie does have a special place in my heart because it was the very first Tyler Perry movie that I saw in the theater. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember seeing this with a friend opening weekend. The theater was packed, and even before we got in the theater, the line was like long as hell. And then, of course, it was one of my favorite theater experiences because, you know, watching movies with black people, it just enhances the experience, and particularly doing the scene where she threw the grits on him and started beating him with the skillet. I remember my whole theater erupted in laughter. That is something I will never forget. But does Madea Family Union, the movie, hold up? Honestly, I'm going to give it a resounding yes, because I do think, as far as the Madea movies goes, I think this just might be the best of them. Because you gotta think, this is Tyler Perry before he went full on crazy, and he was still tamed, and even all the Madea humor was kept as minimal as possible. Like, Madea is like some seasoning. You just sprinkle her in, and it just gives the movie just a little bit more flavor, especially with some of the heavy stuff that happens in this movie. And I do think, as far as adapting his plays, he really worked with this one, because he definitely made some changes compared to the play. Like, basically how in the play you have the drama with the two sisters and their mother, and how they were essayed when they were younger. For the movie version, he basically took that and emphasized it and made it the central focus. Here they are right here. The mother, played by Lynn Whitfield, in the play version is played by Cora, and she's a little bit more empathetic. But here, she is truly the devil. She knows her daughter is getting beat up on by the man she is about to get married, and she doesn't care because she just wants that money. And then you have the sister, who is a victim, the true victim of being essayed by her father when they were younger. And I just love that scene when they're in the bedroom, and it was a well acted scene, in my opinion. And it's truly a full circle moment for me, because I watched A Thin Line Between Love and Hate for the first time, and seeing Lynn Whitfield in that movie and seeing how good she was in here, and then just seeing her here, and like everybody says, she will never play broke in a movie. And like I said, Madea still brings the hilarity, in which she has her own little story arc that was actually plucked from Madea Goes to Jail, the play. A little fun fact right there. But basically, she becomes a foster mother and brings in this little girl played by a very young Keke Palmer. It's also just amazing seeing the humble beginnings Keke Palmer came from. The person beating up on Lisa is played by Blair Underwood, and honestly, I'm going back and forth on who's worse, Carlos or Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I mean, the movie literally opens up with him setting her up for a soap bath, and then and before he leaves, he says, "Hopefully this will help with the soaring." And I'm like, yo. It's also bittersweet watching this movie knowing these two legends right here are no longer with us, Cicely Tyson and Maya Angelou. Rest in peace to both of these magnificent women right here. Another big difference from the play to the movie is the sister. She's the one that gets the happy ending with Boris Kodjoe right here, if you can see. It's also worth noting that this is the first movie that Tyler Perry actually directed, because he didn't direct Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and you can tell that right here he was really starting to come into his own as a director. Like, he was finding his way with directing styles and how to illustrate a story. But I still think he should let more people direct his movies, though. Just saying. Honestly, I have very few negatives about this movie, but I do have one nitpick about this movie, and it's when it's doing the actual family reunion sequence, and Uncle Joe, he's sitting at the table playing cards with his family, his elder family members or whatever, and then one of the young girls come by, and then he basically asks her like, hey, can you get some beer out the thing? And that's basically just an excuse for him to look at her butt, and he even had a camera out, and I'm like, isn't that your family? I'm not saying it's not funny. It is, especially in context of the time when this movie came out. But at the same time, in retrospect of today, it just left me feeling icky. That's all. Other than that, Madea's Family Reunion still holds up in my book. It's definitely one of his better movies, and in my opinion, the best of the Madea movies. I'm gonna give Madea's Family Reunion, the movie, the hard eyes emoji. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have you seen Madea's Family Reunion? If so, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and tell me which one you like more, the movie or the play. And thank y'all so much for tuning in for the Lassiter Factor Black History Month special. It was really fun going through watching some movies that I've either never seen before or have seen before. This was so much fun, and honestly, with all the Spike Lee movies that I watch this year, I'm honestly inspired to continue to watch all the movies of his that I've never seen before. But it is going to be hard to try to find some of his movies, like Girl 6. This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands,